Hey Jason, we got a couple of things to go over here. First of all, the opening is the wrong size. It's currently framed at 74 by 32. That's where it's at right now. It needs to be 78 by 40, so it's going to have to be wider and taller. The trouble with it being wider is I don't know if that stud or if that header up there is going to need to be replaced. I'm going to have to leave that up to you to look into, but the framing is off in that regard. Second of all, we need to have that platform built in here so that there's a structure for the fireplace to sit on. We need to have this back wall pre-insulated, so insulate it and cover it with either sheetrock or that reflective thermal blanket stuff. This sheeting needs to come off and be discarded, and then these 2x6s across the front all need to be turned sideways to be flat framed. This header board needs to be up to 40 inches, turned 90 degrees and flat framed as well. You can have two of these here if you want for a header. You can sister them back to back. They just don't want any more than 3-inch maximum depth on this wall right here. These are the specs for you. Up here we've got the framing rough openings. R and Q are for the heat slot. Sorry about that. R and Q are for the heat slot. K, F, and E. These are, of course, for your framing sizes for inside the fireplace. Make sure you flat frame this surface area. You're going to leave that gap right there at 65 3/4 by 3.5. Those are important components. This is just a little side view diagram of how it works. Heat's going to come up and come out that slot. You do need to put a enclosure top in here, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches above the opening of the heat slot, so the heat can't go up and get locked up inside this gap up here. So you're going to need just a regular old sheeting or sheetrock is fine, but just anything to block off the heat from going up there. We want to force it out the gap right here. You're going to start out with a 3.5 inch gap, and then after sheetrock, you're going to sheetrock the front and the interior components, so that when you look inside, you don't see raw 2x4, you look up inside and you see sheetrock. So once you finish the sheetrock around the entire opening, it says right there, finish the inside of the slot with all 4 sides of sheetrock. Once you finish that, you'll have a 2.5 inch finish opening. Your finish opening will end up at 64 by 2.5, which is the same width as the viewing area of your fireplace. And it comes out looking pretty nice if you center it up. That is pretty much it. So touch base with me and let me know what you think. If you have any questions or if you want to frame it and then have me come back and meet up with you, we can do all those things.